Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we were in the trial defending Maggie Bird even though she's already been convicted of murder. And unfortunately, even though Gumshoe wanted to help, he really couldn't. He tried, but there was not much he could do against all that evidence. And then at the end of the trial, or the end of the last episode, they presented her apron, and it had what looked like a blood stain on it, but for some reason Godot didn't know about it, so that was interesting. But it was just ketchup. So anyway, let's continue. Things don't look too good.
I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I ruled on this case.
Ugh.
The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established.
Oh dear.
Well, Trite, it seems you really are a phony after all.
Ugh. You really know how to drive a man nuts.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
Oh, I thought we were done with him. Okay, the investigation.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir.
Okay. Poor Maggie.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough on her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, though we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good.
Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, Trite.
Ugh.
Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin.
This is not fun, but we gotta do it. I'm sorry, Gumshoe. We gotta find something, man. 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe?
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
We're obviously talking about the same old man with the big nose.
Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds.
He even threw seeds at them, my god.
Seeds.
Huh! It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
You liar. I guess not even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime.
Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock.
Okay. I don't know. Do we have to press that really? Victim didn't have any let's see. He didn't have any. Are you saying that it was stolen then?
No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet.
Wow. 58 cents.
Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. I have a whole $1.
Oh god.
The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man.
Or some kind of outlaw. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
I think I'm onto something here. Okay. I wonder why he said that. But we figured out who he was pretty quick and then... Okay, how did you figure out? Wait a sec.
Huh? Did I say something dumb again?
Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes?
Yeah, basically.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly?
Oh, that.
Uh-oh. He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going.
There was a prescription bag at the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
It seems Mr. Glenn Elg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations.
We got the victim's name for the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ask about his health insurance? No. Prescription bag. So, what sort of medicine was in the bag?
Well, actually, the bag we found was empty.
Huh?
Yeah, completely empty.
Huh. It was completely empty? How is that possible?
Huh. You're entering an empty paper bag as evidence? Desperate, are you, Trite?
Come on, man. Clearly that means something.
Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
Okay, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. But the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket?
Hey, yeah, you nailed it, pal.
That's totally what happened.
It happens to me all the time.
Wait, what?
We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Wait, what?
Objection!
Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Sorry.
So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Well, I'd love to, if I had any.
It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
Okay. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. Are you sure about that? So the $500,000 lottery ticket and the bottle of poison were accounted for.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for, but wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day?
Oh yeah, the one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole $1 with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
And they're just going to let him get away with it?
It was just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little, unless it's Gumshoe.
If I don't find a hole in this testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with. And we can't find any contradictions if he doesn't give us something.
Yeah, that's true. But Maggey and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. I can't believe we just said that. But that's why they're perfect for each other. Our only hope is that they were so dumb, they missed something obvious.
Come on, Gumshoe, be the dumbest you've ever been.
That's funny. I can't believe this. Okay, so that was a good statement actually. Nothing else was missing, but we just proved right now this was empty. So where did his prescription go? There we go. Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point out something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony.
Oh ho, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you?
You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later?
No, they didn't.
The victim was given a prescription right before going to Très Bien. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to?
You are too too cool, pal.
Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh?
He's like, yay! The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Okay.
Order, order! Well, Mr. Godot, what do you have to say to that?
Huh. That's all.
Wait, what? Just huh? Okay. What?
Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear otolaryngological. Ugh. I always have a hard time saying it. I know this word. Laryngological, I think. Because it's normally like laryngitis. You pronounce the G like that. But I think it's just laryngological. Which is weird. But anyway, larynx. That's basically like ear, nose, throat doctor. Yeah.
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Godot?
Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say.
A war wound?
The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight.
A fight?
He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum. Ouch.
Then what on earth was the prescription he was given?
It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What? Oh no. My sweet contradiction, come back.
It's mentioned in the autopsy report, if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the ear and the victim's left ear.
Yes, here it is. In very, very fine print.
It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication.
Ugh. That's not good.
It seems that this medication is relevant to the case after all.
No.
Nick, if you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
She's right. But I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push it. Push it real good. Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? There we go.
But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug will contain potassium cyanide.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable.
Ugh.
Good.
That's enough. Mr. Godot is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call. Mr. Godot.
Are you okay? You're smoking, bro.
I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder.
He can do that? I've never seen a detective call someone. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater.
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness.
Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups.
Dang, son, you already had 11? I thought he'd only had maybe 5, but 11, jeez.
Court is adjourned for recess.
Okay. At least we managed to survive this long. Alright.
Phew! That was close.
Tell me about it.
I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit.
Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? What? Maggie, he's trying to help you, girl. It's his job. What do you expect him to do?
Huh?
He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up.
I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right?
It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. Aww. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Maggie, come on.
Poor Gumshoe.
So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds.
I bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know?
Yeah, he's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick?
Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me. Even those never-ending bird seeds.
Aw, Maggie, don't be mad at Gumshoe. He loves you. He loves you.
Girl, please. Alright, 11:15. Alright, you old man.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please.
The prosecution calls the lucky old timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand?
Oh, there he is.
Name and occupation if you don't mind.
He don't have a job, man. He broke his heck. Oh no, this is gonna be fun.
The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite emotional at times too.
We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell the court your occupation.
My occupation? Gah! Listen, youngin'. How much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Oh, so that's what he did. Back in Japan.
Kimono embroidery.
That's what I do. Or did back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here.
So I'm wondering, because this is of course the English translation, what did they have for an excuse for him not having a job if in Japan? Were they saying pretty much that kimono embroidery is not needed anymore because people don't wear kimonos over there that much? That's all I can think of. I mean, pretty much that he's a dying breed, like she said. But, I would think he'd still have some work because they value tradition and stuff like that. So, curious.
So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile.
You? Smile? Huh. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now then, witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Javagino.
Seeds.
What do you think these are, huh?
Oh my god, he's actually eating bird seeds? Ew.
I see.
Ugh, two old men.
So you saw everything that happened, Gramps.
Did I? Oh yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then please tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this. Alright. I think, he's probably a little bit gossipy. He's a gossip girl. Just kidding.
The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javagino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
You didn't say that before.
Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a witness. You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words. What's wrong with old-fashioned ones, huh?
Newfangled?
All this talk of radios and glasses. It's wireless and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me. Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Like, what the heck? Sorry, old man. Things are changing. Okay, he was reading the sports paper. Serving girl brought him a Javagino, but she put something in it. I hope we don't have to press everything. Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
Mr. Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T, cross every I.
I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. You dirty old pervert.
And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javagino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not going to like it. Let's hear it. Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please? Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Alright. Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy. She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that.
Like that?
Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms?
Ha! A bottle like this, perhaps.
Oh, there it is. That's the one. That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume.
So, what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you?
Well, that didn't help us at all. I took one sip. Actually, hold on. Okay, I gotta look at some stuff because I haven't looked in a while. Autopsy report says between 1:30 and that's a whole hour, man. Anything else? Deadly powdery found in her apron pocket. Dang nabbit. Small pockets with big stains. What else do we got? Crime photo. Lottery ticket. The cup. Cover in the... man, there's nothing useful at all? That's the prescription. Floor plans. Victim scene. Okay, I was just looking. Okay, you say you remember her well, but you didn't last time. You said, I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up to her, you know. She's practically naked in that uniform.
No, she's not. What the... It didn't look that bad. So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfit? But anyone could wear just such a uniform. Even me. Oh god, Phoenix, no. I'm sure if I look it up online, there's going to be a fan art of Phoenix in that outfit. I'm very sure. I think I actually saw one once.
Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You've got to keep yourself together.
I guess I got a bit carried away.
There are other things I recognize about her, too.
He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Let's press harder on this. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask that you add them to your testimony. Sure.
Okay.
There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron straps were loose.
That's nothing physical about her at all. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all? Her face.
As if I wouldn't remember that.
The witness noticed the straps on the accused apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right. I can even tell you the color of the ribbon in her hair. It was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the straps? Witch's back. Let's ask that. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection!
Huh, he's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe somebody. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment. I tell you I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observed from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure.
This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer.
And if I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll get even longer, I bet. Please, sir, just cut it short. Actually, you know what? My dog's calling me. So we'll end this in the middle of his testimony, which is kind of awkward. But yeah, I just saw the time and my dog's calling me. So we'll end this episode right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye.